Man, man. I always knew that I wanted to get on camera and talk and vent and just preach, but I never had the motivating source or the motivating factor to make me really just be like, you know what? I'm about to commit to doing this. So what led me to finally just starting to do what I really want to do and not holding back, thinking about failing or nothing else? It's pain, bro. Right now I'm going through, I don't know if you would call it a heartbreak. I don't know if you would call it a breakup, a phase in life where I'm detaching from somebody. But one thing I want to say is that it's very, very painful. It's very, very painful. And for the last few days, I have been going through it. Just going through, I guess, what you would call a healing phase right now. So I asked myself, I said, God, I said, pain, why am I going through this? I said, pain, what are you here for? Right? What is the purpose of pain? What is the purpose of trials and tribulations? What is the purpose of mistakes? What is the purpose of learning from your fuck ups? What's the point of having fuck ups, period? You know what I'm saying? And I've really just been sitting back pondering and wondering, why am I going through this? What am I supposed to learn from this? What is the purpose of this pain? So I jotted a few things down in my phone I just want to talk about real quick. The purpose of pain is to heal. What do I mean by that? If you don't have any pain, then how do you know where to begin to heal? And this is gonna be an unorganized video. It's gonna be kind of a yap session, but I'm just gonna try and be as best as I can. It's my first time getting on camera, just freestyling some stuff. So the purpose of pain is to heal. I'm going through a situation where, just like in my trading, I made some decisions that I knew deep down inside that I was not supposed to make. I made some decisions that I knew was pretty risky. I made some decisions that I knew probably wouldn't have my best interests at the end of the day. In the grand scheme of things, I knew it probably wasn't in my best interest, right? But I still decided to do what I wanted to do. I went against my gut and I went against my intuition and I did what I wanted to do. You dance with the devil, you bound to get burnt. And now I'm going through the pain of the burning, right? But I said, why am I going through this pain? It's so I can learn how to heal. If you don't have any pain, you don't know where to begin healing. If you are always 100% perfect, if you are functioning at your best all the time, then 9 times out of 10, there's something on the inside that needs to be healed that you aren't even going to be able to recognize because you think you're 100% perfect. You think that you're all right. You think that you're fine. You think that everything's okay. But until you get hit with that pain, you really don't know. The purpose of pain is for growth, improvement, and testimony. The purpose of pain is for growth, improvement, and testimony. If you don't go through any pain, how can you grow? How can you improve? How can you look at your kids and say, hey, I've been through that. Don't do this. How can you look at your brother or your sister and be like, hey, I done did that before. Don't do that. How can you look at somebody that looks up to you and is coming to you for counsel and guidance How can you give them real counsel and guidance if you haven't been through any pain? Pain is what makes us grow into good human beings. Pain is what makes us our 100% mature, evolved self. If everything is always peaches and cream, and everything is always good, and you're never hurting, how can you appreciate when things are good? How can you appreciate when you do have peace if you are never in the midst of chaos? How can you appreciate being alone, being single, and being in love with yourself if you never go through a heartbreak, if you never go through psychological and emotional abuse? And I'm not saying that we have to go through these treacherous things, but what I am saying is that these things shape us and mold us into spiritually and just overall mature human beings that can talk to someone, teach someone, and guide someone right from wrong. Pain makes us righteous. Pain makes us pure. Sometimes we make mistakes that we know cause us pain because we're immature spiritually and just probably overall just immature. Sometimes we do things that we know in the long run will catch up to us and bite us in the ass, but we still do it until we get to a point to where we are so in pain that we have to make a change. All right? Like I was saying, mistakes are bound to happen. There is no value in being perfect all the time. There's no value in it always being sunshine. If it doesn't rain, we won't appreciate clear weather. If there's never any storms, we won't appreciate a nice sunny day. You gotta go through the shit to be the shit. You gotta go through the storms to see the sunshine. The thing about pain is this: are you going to grow through it? Are you going to learn from it? Are you going to let the pain shape you and mold you into the human being, the righteous, the pure, upstanding, stand up person, human being that you are supposed to be? Are you going to allow this pain to nourish your vessel? Are you going to allow the pain to purify your vessel? Are you going to allow the pain to make you or break you? What are you going through it for? Are you going to allow the pain to heal you and make you come back stronger? Are you going to let it take you more deeper? And I know that sounded crazy, but are you going to let it take it deeper? Are you going to let it take you deeper into your misery? I'm a big person with basketball, right? I love sports, but I love basketball. And I remember seeing people, Derrick Rose, one of the best basketball players of all time. I don't care who say what. I remember seeing people break down videos on like why he kept tearing his ACL or why he kept having problems with his legs and stuff. And one thing that they said was that he always jumped and landed on one foot. So it put a lot of pressure on his legs or his ankle or his ACL, whatever it was. And I sat back and I wondered, did he know that when he was taking these huge ass jumps and taking these huge ass leaps and driving to the rack and laying up and dunking on people? And I wondered, did he even know that he was landing on one foot all the time? Did he even know that? Or did it take him getting injured, really damn near messing up his career? And we can't take away from none of his achievements or his greatness, but did he know that he kept landing on one foot. Or did he think he was just so far with it that he just was balling and just hooping and not even paying any attention to it? I wonder, after he tore his ACL, and after he had to sit down, after he wasn't the D Rose that we knew anymore, as far as hooping wise, I wonder, did he ever go back and analyze what that pain, what that injury stemmed from? He may just have poor genetics, or he may just be, dealt a bad hand. But that doesn't take away from the fact that it may have taken him getting hurt and getting injured to understand, I may need to start landing on 2 feet so I can have a more fruitful career with a little bit more longevity. And I know that's a stretch, but I say that to say this. Some of us are taking huge leaps and trying to take huge jumps, and we're not aware of how we are landing. We are landing on 1 foot when we need to put 2 feet underneath us and land in an appropriate way. If we're taking jumps and leaps and moves and strides and trying to make things happen where we know we don't have 2 feet underneath us, then maybe we probably need to take better leaps. We probably need to take better jumps so that, or maybe we need to take better strides so that when we do land, we got the support underneath us that we need to avoid us certain pain. Your support may be the support of the word from Christ. Your support may be just the faith in your higher power. Your support may be your own spiritual intuition and your knowingness within self, right? I don't know. But that's the point that we have to get to. We have to be so self-aware to the point where we are thinking to ourselves, am I jumping off of, am I going to land on 1 foot right here? Or is it a good jump that I could probably land on 2 and avoid myself some pain in the future? And if I do land on this 1 foot, taking this jump or taking this leap, trying to go for this dunk, trying to go for this layup, if I do land on 1 foot, trying to attempt this shot, is this pain that I'm going to have to heal from going to be bearable? When I go into the market, if I overtrade, if I over leverage, like I did today, if I do something that I know I'm not supposed to do, or not even necessarily that I'm not supposed to do, if I make a decision that I know is just a little bit risky, am I going to be able to handle the pain that comes with that decision? It's called risk management. It's not just in trading, it's in life overall. What is your risk management strategy? What are you going to put in play to try to avoid putting yourself through unnecessary pain? And if you do put yourself through some pain, what are you going to do to be able to learn from it? How are you going to position yourself so that the pain does not destroy you? It brings you closer to your purpose. How are you going to use your pain to bring you closer to your destiny? How are you going to use your pain to point you into the direction that God has for you, or that the higher power has for you, or that you even see for yourself? How are you going to use that? Right? Pain aligns you with your purpose if you allow it to. With my last situation, I understand what this pain, I completely understand the purpose of this pain, how it's supposed to be bringing me. I'm on camera talking in this video. I do not like this video. I feel like it's terrible. I feel like it's choppy. But if I wasn't hurt going through what I'm going through, I would never even been vulnerable enough to put myself in a position to do this. Because guess what? The pain that I'm going through It's aligning me with my purpose. See, God and my higher power wants me to teach people. I know that's my purpose, to motivate people, to inspire people, to bring people towards their higher purpose, their higher calling. I can't save everybody, right? But I am an empath, and I do have a high quality spiritual conscience. So I know right from wrong. I don't believe in black and white. I do believe in the gray space. But I know right from wrong. And I want to save the world, but I can't save everybody. But by getting on camera and talking, I can heal myself, and I also can heal people around me. People can listen to what I say and start a healing journey, or get motivated to want to do something better, or want to improve, or to limit themselves from a certain amount of self-inflicted pain, right? My pain was self-inflicted. My pain that I caused myself on the charts today was self-inflicted. But guess what? That pain got me on camera. The pain got me speaking about my pain. This is healing. So pain aligns you with your purpose if you allow it to. Pain allows you to see what you could have done differently beforehand, during the preparation process. So before you even make the decision that has caused you pain, or before you even put yourself in a position or a situation that has caused you pain, what could you have done different? If you go to a game and you get injured, what could you have done differently during your workouts to avoid that injury? Could you have done a little bit better form on your squats? Could you have eaten a little bit more protein before the scrimmage? Could you have stretched a little bit more before the warm-up or before the actual tip-off, right? Could you have just rested more and just slowed down and not worked so hard and not forced it so much before the game to avoid the injury? What could you have done beforehand to avoid you from having this pain in the beginning? Is there anything that you could have done? Or was this pain just bound for you? Is this just divine pain that is meant for you? If you don't go through it, you can't take a step away from it and analyze it. One thing that I'm learning, and this is just going to be yapping from here on out because I'm done with my points on my phone. One thing that I'm learning is this. Pain is inevitable. You are going to go through it. You got to go through it. Got to. But you don't have to continuously go through it. Not the same kind of pain. Pain is evolving. Pain is continuous. And pain is ongoing. But it's supposed to be different types. It's supposed to be different levels. And each level of pain is supposed to strengthen you more and more until you're that strong person that God can use as an example. Or that somebody can just see you and be like, that's a person I want to be like. That's a strong individual. But if you keep going through the same type of pain over and over again, if you keep putting yourself in these same situations over and over again, you won't even be able to access the different types of pain so that you can grow. You're just staying stuck in the same pain, staying the same person, and now you are identifying with this one level of pain. So that's when we start dealing with depression. That's when we start dealing with anxiety. That's when we start dealing with suicidal ideology. Because we keep inflicting the same cycles of pain on ourselves. Like I said, pain is inevitable. You're going to go through pain. But is your cycle of pain changing, or is it remaining the same? Because we don't need to let our pain depress us. We need to let our pain enlighten us. We don't need to let our pain make us anxious. We need to let our pain make us at peace. We need to let our pain make us aware. We don't need to let our pain take us deeper and deeper into gloom and misery and sadness. No, our pain is supposed to take us onto a higher level so we can look back at it and say, damn, I'm supposed to do that different. Damn, I need to make a better decision next time. Not, oh man, I'm so hurt, I'm so pain, I'm fucked up. No, because when you have that reaction to pain, the only thing that's gonna come from it is more pain, more misery, more depression, more anxiety. Gotta let pain mold us into purpose. We have to let pain take us to our path. We have to let pain put us in the best position to grow, improve, thrive, and become nourished. A lot of the reasons why we put ourselves in painful situations or painful positions is because we are malnourished. That means that we don't have enough nourishment within ourselves. We don't love ourselves. We don't cater to ourselves. We don't even know who we are. But that's where pain comes in, so that you can really take a step back and say, I need to be doing this for myself a little bit more. I need to be doing this better for myself. I need to be a little bit more consistent with this. I need to be a little bit more persistent with this. Through the pain. Through the pain. I need to do this. How long is this video? 24 minutes. Damn, I've been talking 24 minutes? That's crazy. One thing I'll say is that don't get caught up in the feelings from pain. Feel it, accept it, digest it, understand it, and analyze it. But do not sit in it. Because when you sit in pain, it grows and it transforms into something bigger than you. It transforms into you. Don't let it do that. Don't let your pain transform into you. Let your pain transform you. Right? Now, I've been yapping and I know this video has been kind of trash. It's my first one. But I'm okay with that. And I just really want somebody out here who's going through some pain right now. Man, don't let that shit break you. Let that shit make you. Let your pain bring you closer to your higher power. Let your pain bring you closer to yourself. Let your pain bring you closer to your community, to your village, to the people that support you and care about you. Let your pain bring you closer to your dreams, your goals, and your passions. Let your pain make you lock the fuck in. Do not let it capture you and place ankle weights on you. Don't do that. Because then the pain has no purpose. Then the suffering has no purpose. There is purpose in your suffering. You just gotta wanna be strong enough to understand it. You gotta be strong enough to understand the purpose behind the suffering, purpose behind the pain. Don't let it make you weak. And I'll be out here talking in circles all day, man. But I just want to make sure I put that in this video. We've been vlogging all day. I got to get ready to go to work in about an hour or two. Terrible day on the charts, but we made some money. Praise God. And man, we're going to finish up the rest of our day. We're going to finish up the rest of this vlog. Go put this camera on the charge. Go edit these videos, man. And I just want to thank God before I get off this video for my pain. God, thank you for my pain, God. Every time I get up and do something that God calls me to do, He makes my vision unblurry. Every time. Every time, He gives me a clearer vision. He gives me clearer hindsight.
He helps me get out of my feelings. So I just want to thank you, God, for revealing to me the things that need to be revealed and putting me in the position that I need to be put in. And I'm going to end my video off with that. Make sure you let the pain make you. Don't let it break you. Let the pain strengthen you. Don't let it weaken you. It's a blessing to be in pain. It's truly a blessing to suffer. You gotta go through it. You gotta go through the rain so you can appreciate the sunshine.